It's 2 o'clock, it's 7:45, it's a quarter past 7, it's 9 o'clock, it's midnight. Hi everybody, how you doing? As you notice, I was telling different times in English, which is something that's very important for students who are beginners to know how to say times in English, to know how to write times in English, to know how to give times in English. And this is this lesson I bring for you today in order to help you understand and be able to say time very well in English. One more time, I'm Jonas and I'm very happy to be with you in this lesson. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Jean-Baptiste Jonas, and send me comments, and then you can like my video and tell me what you think. Whether your comment is positive or negative, I will be always happy to get your opinion because I'm not perfect. As soon as you can tell me something, I can do more another for my videos for you to be better than usual, and I will be happy. Alright, let's go to the board to start with this lesson. Alright, so to give times in English, to say time in English, it's a matter of knowing all the cardinal numbers. Thanks to God that I have already taught you the cardinal numbers from my previous lessons. Okay, so cardinal numbers are how to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Technically, students, when you want to say time in English, it is recommended, it is required to know how to count from 1 to 59. From 1 to 59. I know you can do that. Count from 1 to 59 for me. Great. Right. So what I do, and I categorize them into different parts, okay? So I come with 10 parts, different ways to say times in English. So I'm gonna go. So the first thing that you need to know is the question ways. The way that you can ask someone about the time, or the way that someone can ask you about the time. What do you do? How do you ask questions to somebody about the time? Or how does somebody can ask you a question? Okay, or how can somebody ask you a question about the time? It is here. What time is it? Repeat after me. What time is it? What time is it? Great. After asking someone that question, or after someone asking you that question, the answer can be like this. It's, what time is it? It's, honey, what time is it? It's, Vanessa, what time is it? It's, alright. Number one, here you see this number plus 20. So, if you are telling this time number one, you say it's 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock. Okay? It's 1 o'clock, it's 2 o'clock, it's 7 o'clock, it's 9 o'clock. Number two, this 3 represent the hour, 01 represent the minute. Technically, if you know how to give time in your watch very well, some specific watches, okay? So when it's 3:00 like this, you would say it's 3 o'clock. Technically, when it's gonna be 3 and then it's gonna be 1, the first zero will remain intact. The first zero won't move. So the second zero will change into 1. So the same thing when it's gonna be 2. The first zero remains there. 3, first the same zero. 4, the same zero remains there. 5 until 9. So for this way, you say it's 3 and the 0 you pronounce it O. It's 3:01, 3:01, 3:02, 3:03, 3:07, 3:05, 6:08. It's 6:08. It's 7:09. Okay. Number three. This one, you say the first way is it's 12 o'clock. Well, when you're talking to someone and the person doesn't have to be precise whether it's morning or whether it's afternoon because the person is living in the same country as you, the person only wants to know the exact time of helping him to plan his schedule, something like that, but the person doesn't, it's not necessary to mention whether it's morning and afternoon. You say it's 12 o'clock as number one, okay? It's 12 o'clock. Well, when someone is not living in the same country as you, for example, I'm living in Haiti, which is my hometown, which is my native country, and imagine that I'm talking to somebody who is living in France. France doesn't have the same range of time with me. If my memory serves me right, if somebody is living in France, the person has that country has 6 hours or 7 hours before us in advance. So when it's morning in Haiti, it's afternoon in France. Good. And I'm talking to my sister who is living in France, and for some reason she's asking me what time is it, and I have to precise whether it's morning and afternoon. So that way, I will say it's 12 p.m. If I want, it's 12 p.m. Or I can just say it's noon. It's noon. Noon means it is 12 p.m. Either I say it's 12 p.m. or I say it's noon. Remember, don't say it's 12 o'clock p.m. It's not acceptable. The right way is either you say it's 12 o'clock, where the person knows that it's already morning and afternoon, which is not necessary for that person to know, and it's only the time the person wanted to know, or you say it's 12 p.m. When you say p.m., don't say o'clock, or you just say it's noon, okay? It's noon. All right, number four, kind of the same thing. Now it was p.m., here it's a.m., the same thing. It's 12 o'clock. The person already knows it's p.m., or you can say it's 12 a.m. if it's necessary, or it's midnight. Midnight means it's 12 a.m. It's midnight. Remember, noon means p.m., midnight means a.m. Number five. All right. Remember, I told you that after 9, the zero remains there after 9, or until 9, sorry. But after 9, it's gonna be 10. The zero will change into 1. Okay? So you know that's 10 and 4. Technically, it's very easy. 4 represents the hour, 10 represents the minute. You can, the easiest way to say that, you can mention 4 and 10. Sorry, let me put the eraser on the board. Okay? You can say it's 4:10. It's 4:10. Or there's another way to say that. Remember, 4 represents the hour and 10 represents the minute. You can switch it. You can, when I say it's 4:10, I mention the hour firstly, and I mention the minute secondly. I can choose not to mention the hour firstly and the minute secondly. I can switch. I can also choose to mention the minute firstly. I would say it's 10. 10 represents the minute, and after the hour after, it's 10, and after I say 4, but I have to use a word in the middle of 10 and 4. I would say it's 10, and I've mentioned past in the middle, which I told you, 4. It's 10 past 4. Remember, when you say past, the minutes should be mentioned before. Okay? It's 10 past 4. All right? Good. Number 6. This one. All right. Technically, if you are following me closely and carefully, you will quickly understand the two ways to say that. So the first way is it's 7:15. It's 7:15. Hour, minute. If I want, I can mention the minute before. I can say it's 15 past 7. It's 15 past 7. Or if I don't want, 15 minutes is one of the fourth part of 30 minute, which is one of the fourth part of 60 seconds, which is 1 minute. So if I divide 60 seconds by 4, if I divide, oh, 60 minutes, sorry. If I divide 60 minutes by 4, the result will be 15. Because of that, the grammarian creates a word for 15 minutes. The word that is created for 15 minutes is quarter. So it's only 1 15 minute. Because it's only 1 15 minute, we use an indefinite article which is a. Remember, a means one. So because it is only 1 15 minute, I say a 15. If I don't want to say a 15, which is not acceptable, remember, quarter is the word that is created to replace the word 15. Okay, the cardinal number 15, I can say it's a 15. Instead of saying 15, I say quarter. It's a quarter. And which, remember, quarter is 15 minutes, and I mentioned the minutes before, and I have to say past. I say past, and I say 7. All right, very easy. It's a quarter past 7. All right, number 7. Good. This one, kind of the same. If I'm following the first way, I would say it's 10:30. It's 10:30. 10 is the hour, remember? 30 is the minute. It's 10:30. If I want to use past, I would mention the minute. I would say it's 30, which is the minute, past 10. It's 10:30 or it's 30 past 10. The same thing I was explaining for 15 minutes that was replaced by a quarter. There is a word that they create for 30 minutes, because if I divide 60 minutes by 2, the result will be 30. And 30 will represent the middle. 30 represents the center. When you divide something by 2, and the result you find is the center of it. And for the center of something, there's a word that is created. The word is half. So you say it's half. That way, that time I will not have to say up. It's not recommended. Okay, so it's half. Half represents 30 minutes, and the minutes comes first, and I have to say past, and I say 10. It's half past 10. Half past 10. Not, sorry, it's not 30. 10. Sorry, I should have written 10. I'm sorry. It's half past 10. All right. It's half past 10. Either you say it's 10:30, or it's 30 past 10, or it's half past 10. Great. Number 8. Number 8, the same thing. You can say it's 5:35. It's 5:35. 5 hour, 35 minutes. Or you can say it's 35 past 5. 35 the minute, and 5 past 5 is the hour. You can say it's 5:35 or it's 35 past 5. There's another way, but this is for students who are very smart at telling times in English. If it's not 5:35, what time else can you mention it is? Very simple, let me explain you. So after 30, if imagine that you have a watch in front of you. After 30, which is the center, when it's more than 30, I'm talking about the minute needle. Now it's about to be another hour. What is to say, after 5:30, it's like 5 is not interested. I mean, the clock is not interested about 5 anymore. It is more interested about to be after 5. It's gonna be 6. So that is to say, 35 is closer to 6 than it still remain 5. Because of that, what do you have to do? And to have 1 hour, you should have 60 minutes. So 35 minutes, you just minus it from 60 minutes. The result will be 25. That is to say, there are 25 minutes left to be 6. Because of that, you focus on 25. You say it's 25. So that's the amount of minutes that are left to be 6. It's 25. And then to express that the amount of minutes that is left to be 6, you say 2. So it's 25 minutes to be 6. You say 2, and you say 6. It's 25 minutes 6. That means, literally, it means there are 25 minutes that are left to be 6. Right? Good. This number 9, very easy. It's 2:45. I'm going faster because I know you really understand. I was taking that example several times here. It's 2:45 or it's 45 past 2. Good. The same thing. How many minutes are left to be 3? So, very easy. So the result will be 15 minutes. So I would say it's 15 to 3. So that means literally there are 15 minutes left to be 3. Okay, to be 3 o'clock. So remember, there is a word that is translated for 15 minutes. For 15 minutes, what is the word? A quarter. A quarter represents 15 minutes. What I do, I just have to replace a quarter, okay, by 15. Remember the result. 15 minutes is a quarter, and I will say it's a quarter. A quarter represents 15. It's a quarter to 3. Very easy. And number 10. Number 10 is kind of funny. Very funny, very, very, very funny. You're gonna laugh after listening to that time in English. So let me start from the very beginning. So you can say it's 1:58, 1:58, which is very simple. Or you can say it's 58 past 1, 1:58 hour minute, 58 past 1 minute hour, okay? Or how many minutes are left to be 2? 60 minus 55 is 2, 0. There are 2 minutes left to be 5. You say it's 2. 2 is the amount of minute that is left to be 2. 2. The second 2 is to express literally there are 2 minutes that are left to be 2, and the third 2 is the hour. So okay, the third 2 is the hour. Even if you see 1 here, so it's 2. Literally, it's closer to 2. So quickly, faster. That's what's gonna make you laugh. It's 2 to 2. It's 2 to 2. Isn't it funny? It's 2 to 2. All right. The last thing, there are 2 phrases that are really important. Sometimes your watch, the needles are not, they are not situated in the exact time and according to what the society accepts, because every country there is a fixed set of time for everybody. For example, when you say it's 7 o'clock, it's not only 7 o'clock for me, it's 7 o'clock for whoever who is living in the country. Sometimes your watch may give some little problem. It's 7 o'clock from your watch, and it's 7:10 from another watch, or it's 7:05 from another watch. So what can happen? If that happened to your watch, you can say, my time is fast. My time is fast means the time from my watch is more advanced than the time from another watch of someone else. So you say, my time is fast. Or my time is slow. It means my time is slow means the time from my watch is less advanced than the time from another watch of someone else. Sometimes it is important for you, depending on how you want to mention that, to mention the amount of minute that your watch is more advanced than someone else's watch, or your watch is less advanced than somebody else's watch. So you can say, my time is 5 minutes fast. You can mention the minute here, or my time is 10 minutes slow. All right, my time is fast. My time is slow. My time is fast. 5 minutes fast. My time is 10 minutes slow. All right. Good. So before I conclude my lesson of today, I leave some questions for you down the board at the bottom of the board here. So please don't hesitate to comment. Don't hesitate to write in the comment section for me of what time is it. Or if you don't want to do that, you can write them in your notebook and you practice to yourself. You look at the time and you mention what time is it. I'm not gonna tell you what time is it. Okay, this is your job. So this is exercise left for you by me, teacher Jonas, and another to practice to yourself. Or if you want, if you like, you can leave me the responses, the answers in the comment section so I can take a look whether to see you are right or wrong. All right. So and that lesson was really interesting, I think, because when you are living in a country in a society and somebody tells you what time is it in English, and this is really frustrating of not knowing of what time is it and not being able to say what time is it. And you mentioned that you speak English. That's the reason why I was explaining you that lesson, especially to beginners who didn't know exactly or who had some gaps of telling and knowing and understanding of what time is it. I think that lesson is really useful for you. Okay, it was with you, teacher Jonas, in this lesson of today, and I will see you next time in a new video. Have a great day.